Hi friends, yes, we are back again. Welcome to On the Couch with Busayo. Yes, like this season has just been amazing because we have been having wonderful guests. And today, oh my god, like I actually respect this lady. Like she's a young adult, and this is the second book she's writing. Oh Jesus! Like she has a lot of things. Her name is ISIAKA Karimot. She's a certified life coach, personal development strategies. Also, please just introduce yourself. I'm tired. Introduce yourself.
My name is Karimot ISIAKA. I am a certified life coach, a neuro-linguistic programming practitioner, a personal development speaker, a writer. I'm an author too. I'm also a final year student of National Open University of Nigeria.
And we know.
Thank you for having me on your show.
You're welcome. Yes, you're welcome. Now, she just wrote a new book. Now, what's the name of your new book? Tell them the name.
Okay, my new book is titled Confidence Within, and the subtitle is How I Overcame Low Self-Esteem and Built Confidence.
Yes. How I overcame low self-esteem and built confidence. Now today, all what we are going to be doing today, we're just going to be reviewing our book. She'll be telling us what a book is all about and what inspired her to write a book. You know, something about we teenagers, we have low self-esteem and we need someone to help us out if we can't help ourselves. And that's why this young lady here has taken her time to write something interesting on building your self-confidence. Now, Karimot, tell us, like, first of all, what inspired you to write that book?
Okay, for me, my personal experience inspired me to write Confidence Within. As a child, I used to be very confident. Like, I'm not afraid of, I never used to be afraid of anyone. Even my mom used to be like, why are you like this? My mom complains a lot, like, out of my kids, you are just super different. And how adults can insult me and I just repeat what the person has said to me.
You're being rude.
Yes, that's being rude, to be honest. But I'm just someone you can't cheat. Okay. Even as an adult, you become so scared to even cheat me or insult me or do something because you know what you are going to get in return. I used to be very fearless. But when I was, getting towards age 12, 13, I lost my confidence and I began to feel really bad about myself. And one of the major things that contributed to that.
Sorry, before going further, like, you lost your confidence. How?
Yes, that's where I'm going. That's where I'm getting to. I had to change my environment. In my family, I noticed that we rarely change school. Like my elder ones, once you get into a school, like primary school, from that day till you graduate, you're not leaving. Secondary school, the same thing. But when I got into GS2, I told my parents that I want to change my school. And that is because I noticed that our teachers, the qualified teachers in my school, they already left. They resigned, and the new teachers were not as good. For me, even at age 11, I noticed that, and I told my dad that I wanted to change my school. And it's something they are not used to. They are just used to enrolling their kids into school and wait till they graduate. But in my own case, I told my parents that I wanted to leave school. I wanted to change my school. So they did the processing and I gained admission into another school. But I had to leave my parents' house to live with my grandma because I said I wanted to change my school. And that was, it's a new environment. Everything just changed. And I had to live in the midst of people who were too harsh. So I couldn't express myself. Living in the midst of people where you have to bottle up things that you are going through. You can't really tell them stuff because they would just keep shutting you up. That was where I would say that I lost my, self-confidence. So even in school, when I got to my new school that I've been wanting to get to, I'm always withdrawn, I keep to myself and I don't really participate in school.
So let's say you became an introvert or what?
Yes, sort of. I became an introvert, and coming from where I was coming from before I got into that school, I was a class captain. I was always, taking the forefront. But when I got into this new school, because of the things I face at home, I began to just hide myself. Even when I don't volunteer for things, but where I was coming from, I would volunteer to speak, I would volunteer to do things and take up roles. But when I got to this new school, Even when I'm picked, I would bring down my head. I don't want to participate in anything. I don't want to participate in anything at all. So I got to my third year in school before I decided, like I had to sit myself down and say, Karimot, are you going to continue like this? Even my first year in school, I don't do anything in class. I don't participate. I just hide myself. I want to be behind the scene. But one thing I noticed is that we begin to lie to ourselves that this is how I am, Joe. I'm just gentle. But that is not really how you are. I told myself for so many years that is how I am. Until I sat down one day and I had to question myself, is this really how you are? Are you not the Karimot that you used to light up the whole room? Are you not the one that you get noticed easily wherever you get to a place? You understand? I began to question these things. I had to compare who I am as a then, who I was as a then, to who I was as a child. And I saw that the gap was just too much.
So like, you had low self-esteem or what? You had low self-esteem?
I had low self-esteem and I also lost my confidence. So in sitting down myself and telling myself, Karimot, you can't continue like this. That was when I began to volunteer.
Okay.
So I volunteered for 19, for instance, and I volunteered to do like a community service. And from then, I had to join their radio program. And the first time I actually love to speak. I love speaking.
Yes,
and that was the first time I got to speak to teenagers in a community called Makoko in Lagos. That first time, I wanted to, it was as if I should just disappear. But I still did it anyways. But what I felt after doing that, even though I didn't give it my all, I knew I could do better. But the way I felt was, I felt I felt something really good deep within me, and I knew that okay, this is what I want to do for a long time. I really want to speak, and ever since then, I've been speaking at different places. Yeah. So, another thing I did to overcome low self-esteem and build confidence is to embrace personal development. I didn't really have people around me I could look up to. I didn't really have a coach I can ask to coach me. So I got books. I started reading books on how to get better. And these things, when you read, it does something to your mind. So you are growing from within. And once you interact with people in your day-to-day life, it reflects. You understand?
Remember when I was actually sharing something with you that growing up as a child, that like my younger ones were more smarter. Like they were very, very smart. Like I was just, should I say dull? I don't use the word dull, sure. But I was not smart. Like if you should ask them something, they'll answer for me. Like it's gonna take me like
a longer time.
Yes, a longer time to express myself. Oh my God, I can feel your pain. I can feel your pain. It's actually so annoying, but I had to develop myself. By God's grace, my parents actually helped, especially my dad. Oh, fine, he's a no-nonsense man, but he actually helped me. Like he actually helped me.
At least you had your dad. In my own case, when I was a teenager, I didn't really. I spent most initially getting into that teenage stage. I was not with my parents, so that really affected me. So I was around
Just
people
say your
that.
environment, right?
So I had to just bottle up a lot of things. It's just me, my book, and so I became really, really quiet and withdrawn. It is just I don't want to. I used to be very playful. So it's now I don't want to talk to anybody. And when you are talking to me, I can't even look into your eyes confidently. The way I'm looking at you, I couldn't do that some years ago. So it was for me. The starting point was me sitting down and asking myself questions. Is this how you want to continue? And the truth is, I also realized the lies that I told myself, and many people also tell themselves, like you can't get better than you are now. You now say that is how I am. It's a lie. That is not how you are. If you embrace personal development, you would realize that you can move from where you are now to a way better place. So when I work with people, I actually worked with a young lady, an undergraduate. She's in school, she's in the university. Someone introduced me to her, and when we began working, she said, Karimot, I have never spoken in class before since I gained admission for the past 2 years. But she just sent me a message on WhatsApp that day. She said, I did a presentation in class today. And I was doing a standing ovation. I was like, wow. She said, I can't believe I was the one who did this presentation. She was like, I wish someone filmed me and I sent it to you. The truth is, before, she never believed she could do something like that. And of course, she's from a family where her dad tells her that she's the only girl. So her dad, tells her that you are not as good as your brothers. So that really affected her. So it affected her to the point that, even in school, she doesn't participate in anything because she already believes she's useless.
Another what keeps coming back, keeps hurting.
We play this mental tape in our mind that is negative, and it affects. If you don't think good of yourself, of course you don't have a good self-image, and you won't have a good self-esteem. And what is self-esteem? Self-esteem is basically the way you feel about yourself. And if you don't feel good about yourself, your self-confidence
Yes,
crashes.
I actually read a book yesterday. It was talking about like from self-image to self-esteem, and from self-esteem, self-worth. Then you know your value, you know what you're capable of, you know who you are and everything. No, let's tell us, we're running out of time. Just tell us about your book.
Okay, my book is basically me, confidence within my book.
You need to get that book. God, you actually need to get it.
Thank you. Is actually me sharing my story on how I lost my confidence and regained it back. And also the contributing factors to low self-esteem and the lack of self-confidence is what I also shared. Parents, you have a lot of role to play when it comes to your child's self-esteem.
Okay.
But I also want to tell this to whoever is watching. If you know that you lack confidence or you have low self-esteem, as long as you are no longer a baby, I know that your past might have been difficult, but it is your responsibility to help yourself build confidence and also build a good self-esteem or develop a good self-esteem. It is your responsibility. And to parents, you have a huge role to play in your child's self-confidence. So if you are no longer a baby, you can't continue to leave that to your parents. You should accept the responsibility. That is why it's called self-confidence. So it is you, it is yourself. So you have to take up that total responsibility for your self-esteem and your life in general. And also I shared about how schools, even teachers, our peers contribute to our self-esteem. There are so many things that we don't know that this book is going to open your eyes to. You have a role to play in other people's self-esteem, but you need to pay attention and you need to be aware of something.
Let them go and get the book. Don't give them the full gist. Yes, yes. The book is on the screen. You can also get it. You can also get it online and hard copy, right?
Yes.
Yes.
On my website, karimot.isiaka.com.
Yes. Karimot.isiaka what?
.com.
Oh, girl. Okay, can you just tell them your IG?
Okay, on Instagram, I'm at ISIAKA_Karimot on Instagram. On Facebook, Karimot Isiaka. On Twitter, ISIAKA Karimot. Thank you.
Karimot. Thank you very much for coming.
Yes,
thanks guys for watching. Yes, please don't forget to like, watch, subscribe, and also share. And you can also follow us on Instagram at Nounbooks Media, and on Twitter Nounbooks World, and on Facebook Nounbooks. You know what? Let's tell them we love them. And
we love you.
Don't underestimate yourself. You can, and you will. Bye. Take care.